Hey everyone, my name is Phil Accardo, and I am a real estate agent in Pennsylvania, York, Pennsylvania to be exact. I decided to start this brand new YouTube channel that's going to be dedicated to technology automations and how it can be applied to real estate sales agents. I've been selling real estate for 15 years. It's all I pretty much know at this point. I do have a background in tech, and I've been really intrigued by these AI agents that have recently dropped, and I've been seeing them pop in my feed on YouTube, and I've been doing a lot of research on them. And there's a lot of people out there, influencers, that are making these videos that are focused on real estate agent AI agents and helping real estate agents do tasks. And I'm kind of skeptical. I've watched a lot of the videos so far, but I decided that I'm going to really try to build one of these agents that can actually do tasks in my real life job. I want to see if these agents have the ability to do things that are up to my standards. And I'm pretty picky. So I'm going to document this whole journey of me doing the research, trying to learn how to build these AI agents. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it, let alone have the technical know how to do it. They claim that, these are no code, this and that. And I've already run into a few hurdles with my basic studies with following some of these tutorials that I had to really troubleshoot using like GPT or Google Gemini. But let's see how this goes. Let's try to make a real estate AI agent that can actually do real life AI agent work or real life real estate agent work and not just BS fluff that people are trying to sell you on the internet. So let's get into it here. Okay, so this is the first YouTube video that I actually decided to try to create an AI agent based off the instructions. It's by Futurepedias. I'm sure anyone who follows AI on YouTube has seen this guy before. Props, but yeah, love your videos. But I was actually able to get this first workflows created in N8N, and that's what I'm actually using to create my workflows. Now, I made this about a week ago. It's currently broken. I'm not even trying to get it up and running again. I don't know why it's broken, but I was able to get this set up and I tweaked it. So the video was essentially a video about a daily email. So it was a email trigger or a schedule trigger, I guess, where it happens every day, where every day it checks the weather, and his also checked like the air quality, and it also checked his schedule to see if he could fit running in, and if it was a good day to run, and if he could fit it in. And I basically tweaked this to just let me know if it was a good day to drive my Jeep without the top off. And yeah, I had it executed and it was working, and I was getting daily emails into my inbox letting me know that it was definitely Jeep weather and I was good to drive my Jeep without the top down. So I was able to get this workflow started, and that was a pretty cool introduction to just setting a schedule trigger, dealing with weather API, dealing with Google Calendar API, Google email, and then I actually use the Gemini model because I subscribe to Google Pro services. So I have, like, by default Gemini API credits, or I'm still learning about all that, like these credits with the different language learning models. But I was able to get this thing working, and it's pretty cool. And again, the reason I'm doing this basic stuff is so I can really just try to figure out how I can actually apply some of this stuff to my business in other ways, and essentially like just learning how to do stuff. So that was the first video I went through. Thank you again, Futurepedias. So throughout my research, I noticed that a lot of people are interfacing with WhatsApp and Telegraph to communicate with their AI agent, which I think was really cool. I wanted to be able to do that, but I use Google Chat within my organization, and I wanted to see if I could create this interface where I could talk to my Google Chat app and have it do what I needed to do. So this was a big deal to me to figure this out first, because that's, to me, is like the first step of trying to get this all to work within my infrastructure, within my world, right? So I found this video by this Sanjith Vels, and he went through the process of connecting Google Chat to Make.com. Now I use N8N, and the video translated over pretty well, but it took me a lot of time. I hit a lot of hurdles, and I had to add additional things that I don't really know if I needed, but I determined that I needed them because Google Gemini, through my troubleshooting with Google Gemini, which is by far, like, I was blown away by how much code it knows, and the fact that I can just like screenshot things and input it into Gemini. It can tell me kind of what to do and how to troubleshoot. Between this video and Google Gemini troubleshooting, I was able to get the workflow to work. And here's a basic workflow. I have this webhook, the code, the AI agent with the Google Gemini chat model, this fields node, and then the responded webhook. And this was the final product. I have this, it's an app in my company Google chat environment, and I'm able to communicate with it, and it's live. So this was huge for me because to me, this is the first step into integrating AI into my business environment. Anyways, thank you so much, Sanjith, for helping me through this. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Let's go on to the next. So next up, I decided to start this 8-hour course, no-code course with Nate Herks. He's a huge AI automation influencer. I got about, an hour and a half into the video so far. And first and foremost, Nate, this video has been very helpful so far. But anyways, I did run into some hurdles because, again, I'm trying to integrate Google Gemini into everything. I was able to get his first workflow built, which essentially what this workflow does is it uses Pinecone vector stores. So I dealt with Pinecone vector stores, data loaders. I was able to integrate Google Drive into all this too. So essentially you communicate with the bot, and the bot has access to data, like documents that are stored in my Google Drive that I could essentially add more documents to over time. So there's this folder, I could just keep adding documents to it, and then essentially like the AI has access to those documents and can read that information. So it's really good for like a customer support bot of some sort, maybe, or just anything where someone on my team needs to access data. And I'm pretty sure this should work. One thing I'm learning is that things don't always save automatically. Tell me about follow up boss. They should be able to access this. Make a liar out of me. There. So it actually has access to my follow up boss frequently asked questions document in my Google Drive. And I want to use this probably in different ways just to feed it data and knowledge that I wanted to have access to for certain circumstances. So initially when I made this, again, like what you're seeing now in my workflow is essentially what Nate advised in a tutorial video. I originally tried to do this with Google language learning model. So the Pinecone store was using Google. The embeddings was Gemini. The OpenAI chat model was actually a Gemini chat model. And this embeddings was a Gemini a model, I guess. And again, I'm still trying to understand what all this stuff even means. But for whatever reason, when I got to the very last step, this conversation I was having, it could not access the data, and I couldn't figure it out. All this was Gemini. I rebuilt it twice. It still didn't work. I thought maybe I messed up the first time around. So I built it a third time with ChatGPT, OpenAI, and it worked. So then I rebuilt the Gemini model, and it didn't work. So I knew something was up with the model. I ended up doing a little bit of troubleshooting. For whatever reason, this right here, when I swapped it, if I swap this into Gemini, if I swap Gemini into this, it will not work. So for whatever reason, Gemini does not work with this. And I don't know why, but it was a great learning lesson for me. That's the beauty of going through all this and trying to figure this out step by step. You're not going to learn how to actually build this stuff unless you fail and troubleshoot. And it is really time consuming, but I'm really dedicated to try to figure this out. But yeah, for some reason, Gemini was not working well with this, and that's it. But it works now, and I'm going to keep watching this video. The next video is going to be all about customer support workflow, so I'm going to start getting into that. Well, anyways, that's the end of the first video for this series. I'm going to keep making these videos. The next videos won't be as long because I'm going to record them more as I go. I kind of have this as an afterthought, and again, my goal is to actually see if I can build an AI agent that I can actually legitimately use in my real estate business to replace people or automate different tasks that I personally do or have people do on my team.